should be good.
Is that a pretty good job?
All right, guys, this is me. It's Cash James again with Iron Sharpens Iron. We're at Upper Room again, and the original speaker, Brandon Baker, is being a baby, so Jon Henderson's speaking tonight for him. I'm just kidding, but for real though. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you in a minute. This is Victor, don't forget.
What's up? Yeah.
You haven't seen him in a while. He quit working out, and he's probably got a girlfriend that I don't know.
No, I do not.
Probably got a girlfriend.
He's probably got a girlfriend.
No, I haven't. I missed one workout, and the whole world goes to crap.
But anyways, this is Jon Henderson speaking tonight with the relationship series we're continuing, and like I said, enjoy.
I would title this, "What's the Hurry?" What's the hurry? And so just think about that. But have you ever thought about kids that can't really walk good or anything, and the first thing they do is they just take off running? You know, I think I shared a couple of Sundays ago. We've got 3 kids, and each of them were different, but we had one that was the runner. But have you ever thought about the kid that's the runner that can't walk good and all that, and they take off running? And I see it happen out here all the time, and they get maybe about a quarter away across this room, and all of a sudden you hear, and they hit the floor, right? Yeah. A lot of wrecks happen because people are in a hurry. I want you to think about that in your spiritual life. I'm going to be a little more transparent in here, and I'm not going to, usually I spend a lot of time connecting with people and all, but I feel like we're connected pretty quick. I'm going to give you one verse really quick as you think about being in a hurry. I'll give you one verse, and it's this. Proverbs 3, verses 5 and 6, and then we're going to arrive at some other verses after I share some. But it just says, "So trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways," and if you're in your Bible, you might want to underline this because this is going to apply big tonight. "In all your ways, acknowledge Him," not them, not the best looking person in the room, not all that. Acknowledge Him, and He will make straight your path. Think about it. What's the hurry? Have you ever thought about this? That if you were going into ministry and you were going to have a, let's say you were, you were going into ministry to a big church or something, and you wanted to work with people, that there's some qualifications, is there not? They're going to want some qualifications. Let me give you the average, and you tell me if you agree with me. Average qualifications, if you're going to work, especially, you know, especially within student ministry and all that. Here's the 3 average qualifications they're going to ask for. Most, not all, but most are going to ask you about seminary, right? Have you been to seminary? Have you been to school? Have you been trained? What does it look like, and how you came in and studied the Bible? The second one is they're going to ask, what's your experience? You got at least 3 years of experience, right? They're going to ask that. And then the last thing they're going to ask is, hey, are you married? And so in doing that, I want you to think about this. So in even life, there's different qualifications, but some of those still apply to life. And so what I see happening, especially in the younger generation, is we get in a hurry because, you know what, we got to get these qualifications down pat so we can open up the door to opportunity and unlock the possibility and walk into our purpose. Now I want you to think about this. Jesus did not start ministry at age 30. And by those qualifications, He wasn't even qualified to start then. And life just has a way of pressuring us into things and telling us, you've got to hurry up and do this. Hey, you're graduated. Hey, you're 22. You know, you should really, when you get married, you should really be thinking about this. You're 22. And let me propose this little thought for you. It's that you probably maybe heard it before. Who you choose in life to spend the rest of your life can't qualify you for opportunities in life, and especially ministry. But let me tell you what they can do. They can disqualify you. They can disqualify you. But everyone will share my testimony of my relationship. Relationships, because there's more and more. Graduated in 1995. The summer I graduated, it kind of got weird. I don't know if it got weird for y'all, but everybody I was tied with, it seemed like let me explain to you what it looked like to me. Was you ever at a party that you shouldn't have been at, and there was a group of people and you were having a lot of fun, and the cops came and everybody went a different direction and ran? and you ran and you ended up by yourself where everybody, life kind of happened to me like that. After I graduated, it was like the party got busted up, everybody ran, and I was standing alone. Where'd all my buddies go? What happened? What's next? I don't even know what to do. Guess I'll just go home. Well, so life happened to me like that, and about midway through the summer, I was on my own. I kind of fell into a career. And from the beginning, I began to get lonely because college was not for me. I did not go to college, in case anybody knows. College was not for me. School was not for me, and my parents can tell you, and my records will reflect that school was not for me. Midway through that summer, really lonely, I met a girl. You ever heard that story? I'll just say infatuation set in and all, and so we started dating and all that. Now keep in mind, I was not serving the Lord. I thought I was saved my whole life, but that was a great lie from the enemy. I had never been saved, I had just been inspired. So I think I'm a backslid Christian. I want you to hold on to that, put that in your pocket when we come back to that. And so right along, I really thought, and we got more serious and more serious and more serious. And so we began to talk about marriage. And we dated 2 years, so this was not like it was just a rush thing, but we dated 2 years, and we got married. God was not in anywhere in our lives. God was not pursued anywhere in my life. I knew I wanted to go to church because that's what we do. We go to church. I was raised in church. We need to go to church. And so we went to church some. Had our first child a year into the marriage. Had our second child 3 years or so into the marriage. And I come home one day, and she says, "I don't love you anymore." I didn't see that coming. And I'm not going to explain to you all the detail because I don't want to dishonor her in this, because our marriage, the first problem in our marriage is because we didn't have the right relationship with the Lord anyway, so it was destined to fail from the very beginning. I tried to work it out with her. One of the hardest things I ever went through in my entire life. Because I'll never forget looking at that person after the third time I tried to work it out with her, and looking at those kids and going, "I'm afraid I won't be able to forgive you because I'm afraid they won't turn out to be who they would have been." We get the divorce. Nothing will be changed. And by the way, I don't blame her for the divorce. Okay? She did the thing that really set the divorce in motion. We never had a chance because we never had God. And so understand that. We get the divorce, and the enemy whispers in my ear, "Go out, play around." You know, I had my own business at that time, and was doing well. On the outside, listen to me. On the outside of our marriage, we had at 25 years old, all our vehicles were paid for. We owed very little on our house. We were like the American dream on the outside. On the inside, we were wrecked. I'm talking about inside us. Inside us, we were wrecked. I got the divorce. The first thing Satan did, he whispers in my ear, "Go out and be a playboy. You're justified." I did that. This is a true story, I actually decided, you know what, I'm going to party like a rock star. The enemy got my ear, and as he does, and manipulates us, and everything got my ear, and said, "You're justified, you need to go party." So I'm making good money, and I said, "You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to fly to Las Vegas, and I'm going to party like a rock star in Las Vegas." And that's what I did. I flew out to Las Vegas, and I partied like a rock star. If you've seen it on TV, I did it out in Las Vegas. So it was about 2 weeks after I came back, the Lord convicted me. And it wasn't, He started working on me, and I got saved, and that's a whole other story. I got saved and realized I had never knew the Lord. Matthew said, "Depart from me, I never knew you." I knew about God. Listen to me, there's a difference in knowing about God and knowing God. I know about Donald Trump, but I don't know Donald Trump. So if I show up at the White House and say, hey, let me in, I know Donald Trump, they're going to say, Donald Trump doesn't know you. And that's what I had to realize, that I did not know the Lord. I knew about the Lord. I never, and so let me tell you what that looked like for me really quick. What that meant was, I went to an altar one time because I didn't want to go to hell. So I wanted a Savior. But when I left that altar, I still wanted to be Lord of my life. And I had retained the Lordship over my life. And so the night at 27 years old, I got saved. I let Him be my Savior, but I also said, here's my life, and you're Lord over it, and I'm going to do what you say to do. So I tried the dating scene, and I had to get some people out of my life. And of course, one of the girls I was going out with was like, hey, I want to follow Jesus too. And, and she was just saying what she needed to say to stay in a relationship. And that was a train wreck. Right from the beginning. I had to change tracks. And so I made a decision that I didn't want to be in any toxic relationship, that I was not. And I'm going to be very clear with all adults in here, because every relationship up to then, in between that up to then, after I got a divorce and got saved, was purely sexual. I'm not proud of that. I don't say that bragging, but I was very immoral in that way. And it was something I was very ashamed of after I gave my life to the Lord. All things are new, and the enemy, there is no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. I was a new creation. I didn't realize that, and those were things that I was learning. But I also had to straighten things out. And so I had to start brand new, and so I tried the dating scene. After that, I said, I had my list. Anybody got a list? Don't raise your hand, because it'd be weird, but there's some of you in here, you wrote a list. And it's okay that you wrote a list and you put qualities and all this about what you're looking for in a man or a woman. There's nothing wrong with that. And I had that. I said, you know what? She needs to be the exact same denomination that I am, which was the church I was going to. Because listen, you can be something that a lot of young people are misguided on is hey, we got to be equally yoked, right? The Bible says that. So as long as they're a Christian, no. If you're a Christian walking at this pace, and somebody's walking at this pace, and you get together, you're still on an equal yoke. And so you need to hold on to that. Remember that, because the enemy, I've seen the enemy take two awesome believers and put them together, and they just turn into two huge stumbling blocks for each other. And so I had just tried it. It didn't work. The dating scene didn't work for me. And I started to get really frustrated. Now, in this time when I got a divorce, you got to understand that Jon Henderson on the outside was always looked at as a great guy. Everybody liked Jon, but I was a poser up to them, but still everybody liked. And what happened right after I got that divorce is I had a friend that came to me and said, look, I've got a girl that's an awesome Christian girl, and I just think you and her, this was even before I was a Christian, she came to me. Now, in that time after I got saved, remember, but she came to me and she said, you and her would make the best couple ever. She just went through a divorce like that. She knows how you feel and all that. But would you like to go out with her? Of course, you got to know that's Kelly. And I didn't know Kelly. I never even seen Kelly in person, but Kelly's in real estate, and I had got a real estate book and saw her picture of a real estate book, and she was hot. And so I thought, you know what? I'm definitely in on Kelly, because I used to get a real estate book just to look at. But she wasn't interested. She wasn't interested in going out. She was actually going out with a guy, and I was happy going out with a girl. Then we got saved and all. So then after I got saved, it was probably, that was 8 months after divorce, almost a year. She came back to me and she said, hey, would you be interested in going out with Kelly still? And blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, I guess so. Well, it didn't come about again. It just kind of went away. And then that falls into my frustration. I made up my mind I'm not going out with anybody unless they fall on that list. Kelly did fall on that list, same denomination, on fire Christian. But, it just seemed like it never worked out for me and her.
All right, guys. Well, that was Jon Henderson speaking at the relationship series, or speaking in the relationship series at Upper Room. And I've just decided that this is actually going to be part 1. I'm going to split his up into, if I'm going to do it this way, 3 parts. So after this part, be looking for part 2, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Wait a second. I'm Cass James. Iron Sharpens Iron.
You good now?
See you guys. Yeah, see you guys.
You sure? Okay.